Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of EU4 as the Papal State. In previous episode, we managed to get a bit of extra land. We now got 4 extra provinces in addition to the vassals that we've conquered, or annexed rather, not conquered. But it looks like Florence is now having a small issue with Ferrara, which means that Firenze is going to be conquered by Ferrara soon enough. Which actually means that we should probably start setting up a bit of a spy network in their country. So we can then claim that. So once we've done the coring and all that, and maybe reduce some of the overextension. Because if we have a look at the overextension, there is a chance for a few nations to form a coalition. It might not be forming up yet, but it is pretty close. So there's, I guess, just about enough nations to form it that don't have a truce with us right now. So actually, that's another thing that I should probably do. Let's go and put an ultimate diplomat for outraged countries. Start improving some of the relations to make sure that we don't end up with a coalition. Oh, of course Austria is out of all money. They're not the emperor right now, but they do have Hungary, so they are quite handy as a weapon against a lot of other nations. Milan, on the other hand, no, you're not going to get money. We're not that rich. Milan we can live without as an ally, but Austria is kind of important. We're kind of banking on that Austria will become the emperor again at some point. Unfortunately, I don't think they have an eligible heir right now. Yeah, it's a 7-year-old. I think once that heir is of age, then Austria might become the new emperor again. Ooh, we could get Divine ID another... Oh, actually... yeah, we'll go complete that, so we'll get the Tolerant True Faith +2. Plus leader cost -10% and cost reduction, or reducing war extortion by a third. It is actually quite handy. There we go, so that's one option. So actually, if we have a look at the ideas, there was at least one comment already on the first episode suggesting some of the ideas. Mercenary ideas was suggested. I don't know if I want... Although, technically speaking, since we got the Swiss Guard, getting some of the extra stuff for... Oh! Mercenary companies no longer reduce army professionalism in height. Okay, that could be quite handy, actually. Plus, it does increase infantry combat ability. So, the mercenary ideas, since the last time I played, or at least used that, it's been changed quite a bit. Avignon, you know what? Avignon... Sure, we'll get a plus 25% boost there. Pisa's got a cardinal. That's another thing. I should probably go ahead and get a bit of a spy... Well, actually, no. I can't get a spy network there right now. What I could do, though... So I could actually go ahead and claim this province. Then cancel the spy network in Florence. And then Pisa, we could... you don't have any allies? I'm the only one that is actually saving you right now. We've got a truce for quite a while there. I could potentially try to ally you, but I don't think you'd be willing to become a vassal. Although, let's double check. Who would be the closest one to become a vassal diplomatically? Right now, okay, Bologna is not that far off. So we might want to improve relations with them currently to make sure that they are in a good state of mind there, so to speak. I mean, we've got fairly decent relations. The aggressive expansion is hopefully going down quickly. But the idea is that we'll try to get some of these northern Italian nations under our control diplomatically as well. How far are we actually on the mission tree? So we did get the support the orders. There's the Eastern Alliances, but there's not a lot of options there. I think the Knights... Does that actually count? It is part of Anatolia, so in theory, yes. But we don't have the Diplo slots available right now. Oh. Look how declared war in Florence. I think Florence might be a bit of a gone nation at this point. But they're already being seized down by Ferrara. One is 0% right now. They do have 2 sea splits there on the general. Oh, there we go. There's 2 cores done. We'd probably go ahead. Actually, Apulia, do you want to... I probably do want to turn this into a state. It's going to cost us a bit of extra admin points right now, but it's not too bad. And this one was already fully core. Ooh, actually, we've assigned this into the Empire. I'm going to wait until we've got a friendly emperor, though. I don't want to strengthen the empire while it's, you know, someone else reaping the benefits. But yeah, so of the idea groups, if we go back to that train of thought, economic ideas is usually pretty good. Religious ideas is something that we'll probably have. So at least those 2. Trade ideas is pretty good in the Mediterranean. And then potentially we might go for... Let's see, so we've got the Divine already. Whenever I'm playing in the Mediterranean, I'm kind of partial to naval and maritime ideas combination, because that is really strong, makes your ships pretty darn good, especially galleys. are going to be really good in the Mediterranean. But if we want to go outside of that, well, I suppose it's still going to make the other ships decent as well. So that could be handy. Right, I suppose we can recall that diplomat. So let's say if we go for the divine, religious, economic, trade, so that's already 4. The maritime and naval, that's 6. So we might go for like quality ideas. That's usually fairly decent, especially if you're going both land and navy. It gives you a bonus for both a little bit. It's not necessarily the best bonuses for the navy, but it's definitely not the worst either. So quality is going to be 1, and then the last one, we could go for defensive or offensive. Either one could probably work. Actually, let's see. What was the trait idea? So that's trait efficiency. Okay. What about economy? If I remember correctly, artillery combat ability. Okay, that could be handy. So perhaps we'll go with the divine, naval, quality, offensive for the extra discipline mostly, but it's also got some really good, like the siege ability, force limit and all that. Then trade and maritime, economy and religious. I have used that combination before, I'm pretty sure, but it's a pretty fun one. Right, so now we've got a casus belli against the Ferrara, which admittedly we've got a bit of bad relations with. I might want to fight against them. Ooh, there we go. We got the workshop in Rome, which gives a +1 base production there. Plus, you know, it does make a decent bit of money from all the paper that we produce there. So we're getting, what, 8 ducats per month? Oh, well, we do get a little bit from raw reparations, but not that much in the end. But we could probably increase... Oh, yes, we could increase our force limit now. Or armies a little bit. Let's go and get another galley over here, and then we'll go ahead and increase the trade fleet by another ship. After that, we'll probably build another building. We did get an upgrade in here. Yes, it is Entreport now, the center of trade in Rome, so that's good. Jubilee in Bossa. Oh, Papal. Ah, sure. Go ahead. Now, we don't have a very high chance of... Well, actually, got a little bit invested in here. Oh, and Jubilee in Strasbourg? Sure. We've got 30% chance of becoming the new courier controller. There's a crusade against Tunis, interestingly enough. Oh, we could be the first one to invest into Diplotech. And give it the impressment offices. As well as a lot of colonial range. It would still be too far for us to actually do any colonization right now, but that's fine. But that is also ahead of time, so I'm going to wait on that. Just, you know what, actually what we could even do. Do we still have the... no, we've got defensiveness. Right, we don't have that as a state yet. The developments over here are pretty decent. Another thing I suppose I could do... Well, that doesn't pertain to the Diplo points though, but we might need to build a fort over here somewhere. Ancona might not be a bad one. That would at least cover... Oh, actually, Abruzzi with the mountains, that would be perfect. And then maybe one in Urbino. To sort of cover most of the core territories in here with fort... well, coverage, I suppose. So I think first things first, let's have a look at the workshops. So Ancona would give us a bit of a production boost there. That's not too bad. Churches in Ancona, that would also be okay out of amount of money, although I think the workshop overall is going to be better. No, over long periods of time is going to be better for us. We don't have access to a lot of manufactories yet, although... Oh, my goodness. That would be expensive. The Spoleto, that would be... that would be quite a bit. How is it going to be that much? I mean, it's got the livestock in there. Oh, monopoly on livestock. Right, but we need to remove that, don't we? At this point, yeah, we can probably afford removing it. Although nobility is going to be a little bit upset because of that. Perhaps we'll go and summon the Diet first. What do they need? Church in Ancona? I mean, that is an option. Barracks in Rome? That's also a decent option. Or docks for more base production in Rome. You know what? Actually, we're going to go for the docks. And then let's go ahead and build that. So that's just more sailors. But the extra production is quite handy. It does cost us a bit of money, but it will pay itself back eventually. So we're going to go out and get a claim on Ferrara as well, just in case. Hopefully that won't be too bad. But we did embrace the institution, yes. The next one's going to be colonialism, which of course has not spawned in yet. But we got that already everywhere. And I think there's going to be a lot of people that would be willing to buy the thing from us, now that I think of it. In knowledge sharing, there isn't really anyone. How's our relation with the Knights? Actually got decent relations there. They are not particularly fond of allying with me though, because of the rivalry between me and their ally Venice. Which is a bit of a shame. but kind of understandable. Now, is there still a risk of coalition? A little bit. But I think that's going downwards for the most part. Interestingly enough, the Pisa guarantee doesn't actually expire. Or it doesn't cost us any Diplo points, rather. Because that's probably because we got their independence. As soon as the truce is over, then that's probably going to expire. I think, anyway. I could be mistaken. Right, let's get the claim in Ferrara. Did I already... Hold on a minute. You know, can't get a claim there yet. Only 35. Okay, never mind. Aha, we got the core in Siena and Arezzo. So we could go ahead and turn Tuscany into a state. That's cost us a bit of points, but at the same time, that should increase our income a decent bit as well. Oh yeah, we're getting 9 ducats per month. And that's not too shabby. Could even reduce the army maintenance for a little bit, actually. Or you know what, we'll just start drilling the army, really. There was a little bit unrest that we were trying to, you know, squash, I suppose. We could put the Swiss guard on that, I suppose. They might not be quite sufficient, but at least they can keep the unrest down somewhat. And then we'll just go from there. Now, how much are we still ahead of time? We're still 2 years out of time at Diplotech, so we'll wait at least until next year before we get that one. Oh, Byzantium has been a rival. Oh, my goodness. Suddenly massive Byzantium. Okay, I didn't expect that. Although I do wonder. They rival the Knights, Albania, and the Papals. Well, us. Okay. I wonder if they're going to be fighting out with Venice then. Probably not. Because they rival both, or the rival Knights already. Albania, on the other hand, they're guaranteed by Venice, so yeah, it's probably they won't have a whole lot of friends in there. How long do we still have a truce with Naples? That's 1488, okay. Ooh, Castile entered Golden Era. Oh, we can select the naval doctrine. The galley combat ability is pretty good, although we could go with the ship trade power, the merchant navy. That's an extra third for trade power from the ships, which we don't have a huge amount yet, but we are going to get another one. On the other hand, chance to capture enemy ships is also very handy. You know what, I think we're going to go with that one, actually. We can expand our fleet somewhat easily through that, without having to build all of them ourselves. We'll still probably need to or upgrade them every now and then and all that, but it's not too bad. There we go, so we've got the 5 galleys in here. We do have it... Oh, right, now we've got up until... Oh, we've still got a decent bit of time. Right, we could actually go ahead and remove the monopoly now on livestock, so we're going to get even more money. Admittedly, the nobility might not be all that happy, but that's fine. That does mean that Spoleto should now provide us a bit of money from the livestock at least. It may not be much. It'll be something. Ooh, and now we can get a claim over here in Ferrara. Excellent. I'm going to cancel the spy network there for now. Now, I could potentially fight Venice, but they've got Nice and Poland as allies. That's a little bit tricky for us. Plus, you know, they've got their various other nations. I could try to get to Ragusa. No, Ragusa is guaranteed by Ottomans. Never mind. Hey, but there we go. Base production in Rome. Burghers are very happy. And let's see, actually, how much can we have? We could have 2 more regiments, plus another ship. Right, then let's go and get the trade fleet to a full... Well, not full, but to 8 ships. And then we might get... Oh, right, we can't get cannons here yet. We just need to get that next level, really, and we can. Well, we want to get at least 1 cannon regiment in there. We'll probably go on speed 4, actually. So that's that. We spent already half the episode here going on speed 3, while not at war. Heresy in Poland. We could lodge a protest. Yes, we shall lodge a protest to get some more devotion. Hey, they comply with the demands. Excellent. Right, is the... no, Austria is still not getting supported as the Emperor, but they probably will. And it looks like France has actually consolidated their regions quite nicely. Right, now there's going to be January. Let's go ahead and get that tech, because it's only 5% extra now. So might as well do that and still get the innovation. We've got 17 innovation, actually. Pretty good, if you ask me. Carl and Nephew. There's a long tradition of popes appointing their relatives to the College of Cardinals. While some call this nepotism, cardinal nephews have an established place within the Curia. Now it is time to appoint a new cardinal in Milan, but Bonifacius IX must decide whether a relative would be suitable to take up residence in Como. Yeah, I think we're going to stop that now. No more nepotism. Oh, and Byzantium is already getting attacked by Venice. No surprises there. So I could potentially declare war, but no, that would call the Knights in Poland and everything. That would be too risky. I could get Austria to help me, and potentially Milan, who would still be outnumbered, although they would be fighting Byzantium at the same time. But we might need to try to sneak a different kind of war against them, or like a proxy war against them. I'll probably guarantee Bologna, just to make sure that they like me a bit further. Still quite a bit of aggressive expansion there, which is hindering the relations. How much favors do we have? We've got quite a bit of favors. What we're going to do is we'll increase the trust in there. We'll leave a little bit points just in case, but that's a plus 40 in trust, so that's 95 trust. Which probably means that they are a little bit... Oh yeah, they're actually pretty close to accepting the annexation, or vassalization rather. Ah, we're altruism. We can take advantage of their ignorance. That sounds like a plan, so we get a bit of money. So Bologna doesn't want to become a vassal yet. Oh, faceting. Gem cutting masters in Siena have made a breakthrough in diamond cutting by experimenting with diamond dust suspended in oil on their skiffs. This is allowing the Papal artisans to cut the rare stones in entirely new shapes and to much greater brilliance. The resulting technique, known as faceting, produces a stone of a more pleasing geometric shape and with better optical qualities. As the new stones and the new technique for making them spread across court and workshop, the demand for jewelry, diamonds, and precious stones is increasing greatly. So we'll be producing... Why is there older production in there, actually? Oh, it's glass. Okay. Well, I'll take the gems there. Yeah, it's more valuable. Although the glass wasn't bad either. Yeah, there we go. I do actually wonder, now that we've got those court at least, if we have a look at the Declare Kingdom of God, still need to get a whole lot more provinces to the north. I think we need to have all of them, actually. So that's going to be a little bit tricky. Not impossible, but tricky nonetheless. What do we need? Oh, right, so we still need to get some more stuff to the north. We've got a little bit areas there already, but there's going to be quite a bit more that we need to conquer. I suppose the key to that is vassalizing Bologna. Hold on, let me double check that, actually. Archer Abruzzo? Ah, right, so we've got 3. And we need to have 6, so if we take Bologna and then basically annex all of Ferrara, we will have that. That's going to give us permanent claims on Tuscany, Liguria, and Piedmont. Okay, so it's mostly going to be like heading down this way. Then after that, it's we need to conquer a lot of that. Right, we still don't have the... Oh, naval tradition isn't high enough. Plus, we're not at our limit yet. Now, I suppose that's one of the reasons why building up the trade fleet, so we can get a little bit of the naval tradition, although doesn't seem to be quite sufficient. Sooner or later, we'll get some naval battles and things like that, and I'm sure that's going to get sorted out. Ottomans have Emperor's Renaissance now. We're having a bit of unrest now, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the drill. And put this one on the rebel suppression duty as well, so we might be able to keep the rebellion at bay for long enough for the unrest to drop. Ooh, bronze cannons. Alright then. They were probably the first one to get that then. We are definitely behind in... Well, not yet behind in Miltech, but soon we will be. But we have consolidated the regions quite nicely that we got, so that's good. Nobility is very... Actually, equilibrium is over 50%, so that's actually good. And both burghers and clergy are very loyal right now. Oh, Bologna. You know what? I'm going to give you the 40 ducats, yes. You might get a little bit happier, and then I suppose... Ooh. Administrating an empire. Oh, paper price goes up by 25%. That is going to be massive for us. Yeah, we're making 12 ducats per month now. That's pretty good. Career intervention. For 50 diplo points, we can get 1 mercantilism. I think that's definitely worthwhile. Because it's usually 100 also cost per 1 mercantilism. So getting it half price, that's definitely good. Oh, Austria is the defender of Catholic faith. Okay. Oh, and there's a revolt in Siena. Let's just go ahead and move these in there. Should be fine. Oh yeah, we've got the defensive terrain as well. And that's a rebellion dealt with. Oh, Sweden's got a new cardinal. Right, so Naples is going to have also a rebellion in here. So what we'll do is we'll get to Abruzzi. Actually, do we have enough money to build a fort yet? Not quite yet, but soon. Oh, Castile declared war on Naples. Restoration of Union. We still got a truce with Naples for another 9 years, though, so we can't join in on that one, unfortunately. No, or we can't really intervene in that, trying to capture some more land from them. Which means that we might need to fight Castile later on, which is not a pleasant idea, mind you. Let's get the fort over here in the mountains. And Luca wants to go through my lands against Aragon, Castile, and Navarra. Okay, so they're just going to be fighting, well, not necessarily fighting that much in my territories, but maybe a little bit. But yeah, I do want to get that castle built, and then it's probably time to get some more workshops, really. I think those are going to be very much worthwhile. So who's Luca fighting? Castile, Aragon, and Navarra, and what about Castile? Who are you fighting? Naples and Luca. Oh, there's not that many nations then. Wait, is that... Yeah, alright, yeah, only I like to look at. Okay. And that could be a nice proxy if they don't get annexed or anything like that. Or turn into within the personal union, or, you know, whatever. So that way, we might be able to use them as a proxy to conquer Lucca, but that's not going to be easy, necessarily. Oh, we lost a military engineer. Well, that's unfortunate. Now, what do we get? Could get the discipline advisor, to be fair, but we'll need to save a bit of cash. But it's like 1 or 2 months and we'll have that. Getting that extra quality in all the discipline for the troops would actually be quite handy. The Italian Wars. Competence in major Italian wars will gain access to the Lombard and Tuscan free companies, have reduced mercenary costs, and have greater mercenary discipline. Ooh. Well, there we go. So it begins, yeah, we've got access to Lombard free company and Tuscan free company. Oh, that's the Castilian army already in Naples, though. Oh, but Venice declared Bear's arrival. Well. Let's get the discipline advisor on. So we can get the Miltech a little bit faster as well, hopefully. We're a bit behind on that currently, but we did get 3 of the military ideas already. All ideas of one group, which is the divine ideas. Right, so now we can choose... I'm kind of thinking either trade ideas, that would give us a lot of money in the long run. Or if we go for economic ideas early on, that could also be very useful. You know, I think we're going to go with the trade ideas first. And we can actually get the global trade power plus 20% already there, so that's quite handy. We'll get the tax increase from the papal investiture and tithes, so that's fine. Or trade dispute, oh. Alright, then the Venetians told their... Zhatelier to embargo me. Well, you know, 2 can play that game, I suppose. We are a rival, or mutual rivals here, so let's just issue embargo then, shall we? Who else still has rivals again? Oh, Naples. Okay, I could rival Ferrara. Also, Bologna, are you still... not quite willing to take the thing there, but we could ask for trade power. I don't know if that's going to increase... Oh, yeah, there we go. There's plus 10 over there. Oh, and we can either lose prestige or devotion. Now, devotion, we got 100 right now, so we're going to afford losing some of that. Closure's still going to be fairly happy afterwards anyway. Oh, I could appoint a cardinal there. Does that... I don't actually know if I can. No. There's some sort of bug there right now. Okay, well, we're just going to not do that then. Because since we're not the career control or anything like that, that might be the case. Right, we could still be in... Oh, the first one to... No, we're going to save out the mill points. We want to get the Miltech 7. Now, there should be another rebellion soon enough in Naples. Which might turn to be a bit costly battle for us, but we'll see. Oh, there we go. Ferrara joined, or decided to return the favour. So we got Milan and Lucca. I do want to get Firenze from them, at least. Looks like Naples will not be independent for much longer. Oh, there we go. They spawned right on top of us. Which we are now defending against them. That rebellion, that is. So, yeah, that's an easy victory. They did have some artillery regiments there. Unfortunately, we did not have any, but that's fine. Right, so let's get a workshop. Oh, yes, yeah, now it's going to be pretty good. Although we could go for Ancona first. Yeah, we'll go for Siena. That's going to be slightly more money. Start increasing the economy a bit further. Still making about 10 ducats per month, which is actually not that bad. Although, you know, 2 ducats of that is the war reparations from Genoa and Naples, and those are going to end in a few years. So we can't really rely on those too long. Oh, and, well, there we go. Naples is in a personal union now. Which means that they can't be a rival for us anymore. We need a new one. I suppose Tunis will do. Bloody pirates. How long is the truce with Pisa? So that's another 10 years. Alright then. Oh, we can seize land. Excellent. Now, the nobility is still a little bit upset, though, so I might wait on that. Because I believe it goes below 30%. And there's probably going to be a rebellion. Although, I think we could probably take care of that. Oh. Austria, you know what? I'm going to feed you a bit of coin. Because we're getting a lot of coin from the various other things. And it's going to keep our... Wait a minute. Right, so Austria donated a whole lot of money to Hungary to keep them happy. And then they came asking for money from us. I do actually wonder... Oh, no, they're not close enough with the... Okay, so they must have increased their development or something. They're not even nearly close enough to become a vassal anymore. At least we got a lot of trust with them, so there's that. Maybe even increase the trust to a full 100. That's still not going to be close enough for them to actually take upon the offer, but we'll try to keep on good relations with them for now. Support for mercantilist policies. There we go, one more mercantilism. Which is going to be... Actually, we're getting already 39% of our income through trade. That's not too bad. Oh, the levy. We're going to give it modest. Actually, no, we're going to... I guess we're going to take a loan for that. There's a reason for this. Because now we're going to take the... I'll seize the lands without a problem. And there we go. Now we've got 37%. We did lose some of the bonuses there. We need to take one loan right now. We'll pay that back as soon as possible. We'll be able to get another what's the trade idea soon. They give us an extra merchant. Actually, let's have a look at where do we want to send that. We could potentially send that to Venice, but we don't have a whole lot of power there. We could send that to Tunis to start diverting more trade to Genoa. Or alternatively send that off to Champagne and divert the trade to Genoa. We've got one in Valencia. We've got one in Alexandria. I think Tunis might actually be a decent idea. Although we'll probably get embargoed by Tunis soon enough, so that might be reducing the effectiveness. But we just want to divert as much trade into Genoa as possible. Oh, and there's the Miltech. Excellent. So now we could actually go ahead and get a artillery over here, shall we? We could actually have another 2 regiments in that army as well. But so we'll start with that. We'll go from there. But I do see that we are... Oh, Ferrari is no longer a valid rival. Oh, so we have surpassed them. Or eclipsed them. There we go. They might still consider me as a rival for now. Actually, no, not anymore. I do still want to conquer them, but I believe we still got quite a bit of... Okay, it's no longer coalition-worthy aggressive expansion. That's good. We've been doing a bit of work on reducing that in the meanwhile, but I do see that we are actually out of time with this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.